What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to talk about what happens when you have sex on semen retention, in case you're wondering, or in case, you plan on doing it, basically. There's a couple of things that happen. And so one of the things that I noticed is I didn't believe it. It's not that I didn't believe it. It doesn't happen all the time, but it seems to happen more now. Now, my body could be different than some of yours. And it might not have the same effect because my body's not in the best condition right now. But you will get tension. Or it seems to be you'll get tension somewhere in the body. Mine was in my knees when I got it. It's not really a big deal, but that's one of the things that does happen. Another thing that happens when you have sex on semen retention that I noticed multiple times is that, so basically when you have sex, like actual sex, like vagina and it doesn't even matter what you want to call it, dick, balls, so when you do that, you basically like mark up some energy. And I've definitely heard people talk about this too, but more so I've experienced it, especially in the grocery store. And people that are on that wavelength, and that have sexual desires, they're gonna know you just had sex. So that is gonna be spurring out of you. It's not necessarily a physical thing. It's more so on a level you can't see. And yeah, so you're going to have more people looking at you. Precisely the opposite sex. They're going to know that you were just, they're not going to know intrinsically, but they're going to know, they're going to know subconsciously. Most of them aren't going to be aware of it. And that's because, they'll know more because they're into they're in their sexual desires. So they'll basically feel it, that phenomena, off of you. And that's definitely, the biggest thing. That's definitely the biggest thing that I've noticed when that happens. And that's not necessarily a pro or a con. I weigh that as more of a con or a pro, but that's up to you to decipher that. Now the other two can be more of a con. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty right now. But another one is basically that you're gonna think about sex more. At least I do. And it's not a lot more, but it's more of oh, I want to do it again. And yeah, I am not coming. Do not come on semen retention. Even if you do come, I have come before on semen retention and broke streaks, basically. Whereas most of my streaks have been quite relatively long. I don't really have short streaks. And I don't masturbate anymore. I stopped that a while ago. I think everybody should quit masturbation. I don't think masturbation's worth it in my text. Now, masturbation does not bring the same effects as if just having sex with your opposite sex. So a woman. And you're going to want sex more. Or you're going to at least think about it just a little bit more. So that can be pretty much a con because you don't want to indulge in it again, basically. You don't want to fall into like the addiction and keep doing it, basically. So those are 3 things to look out for. And like I said, when you do, whether you come or not, it doesn't matter. You're still going to bring the things I was talking about. You're going to bring them all, basically, when you have sex with the opposite sex. So there's going to be, things are going to be a little bit different, basically. You're going to notice different things. You'll notice it too. You'll definitely notice it. And like I said, though, it doesn't matter if you come or don't. It's still going to bring that effect on. Because I have came and I notice it. The thing is, when you come, it's even more explosive, basically. That's what I've noticed. Now, I don't want to come at all. So the thing is, I notice the same thing when I don't come. Just almost, it's pretty much the same though. But it's, I feel like God's telling me it's the same right now. My intuition's telling me it's the same. But for some reason, I just know, like, when I had sex, it was just like even more. Probably because that adrenaline was pumping, or all your shit's going. Your hormones are going. So that's something to look for if you do that. And the biggest thing to take away from this is just be aware, even when you're having sex. Be aware of the build-up. Be aware of what's making you get you more on edge. And see what you can do to last longer, and just be there in the moment. Don't think about anything else. And the same thing with just be aware even after you have sex too. Just observe what's going on. And don't try to decipher everything. That's cool if you do. But just see what's going on in the mind. And notice your surroundings. That's basically it for this video. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about, any topics, sound like a bat. Let me know. And subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody. We're doing like a video a day. I might do 2 today, but I don't want to throw too much out there. And we cover pretty much like any topic. So have a nice day. See you later.